Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Janet and that is my co-host in the back, Joe. So if you want to see how I got this look, keep on watching. In today's video, we are going to be talking about Givenchy shade range. We're going to be talking about Jackie Aina not addressing it. We're going to talk about Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star's palette that they're supposedly coming out with. We're talking a little bit about the Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera palette. We're going to talk about Morphe stores. So if you want to talk a little bit about that, then just keep on watching. So today is not so glamorous. I have on one of my boyfriend's t-shirts. I didn't make my bed and I have gotten absolutely nothing done this morning. So welcome to my life. I usually make my bed for my videos, but I was feeling super lazy, and any other regular day I don't make my bed. And here's my co-host. As always, we're going in with the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer and putting that all over. I might use a little bit of the Professional. So I'll use this and that. If you guys feel like my lighting is off by just a little bit, or you think maybe the lighting isn't that great, please let me know and I will try to rearrange some stuff. When I'm editing and I see the outcome of the lighting, it actually doesn't look too bad because I have two lights. And I think they kind of balance each other out for the most part. But if it's not looking too good, let me know. I don't mind getting some more lights and maybe being able to balance it out a little bit more. I feel like it just kind of blows it out when I lean in too much. But I feel like I'm getting better with trying not to lean in so much. Some things to touch on. The Anastasia Riviera palette. I am so excited for it. I can't wait for that to come out. I touched on it a little bit in a vlog that I did, but yeah, I'm so excited. They've been kind of sneak peeking a little bit a colorful palette that they've been wanting to do. They've kind of been sneak peeking at like, oh, when's it gonna come out? When's it gonna come out? Finally showed the palette and I love it. It's so cute. There's a pink color and there was a purple color that I was thinking, I was like, oh man, those colors should have been in the Norvina palette. That's immediately where what I thought. Especially there's a purple color there that I was like, oh my god, of course that should have been in the palette. Because in the palette they have purple. Actually, I have it right here. Let me see. They technically have three purples. I feel like Soul is kind of more like a purple blue. But I think it's still pretty cute. But when I saw that purple shade, I was like, oh my god, dude, they should have thrown that in the palette. I noticed that I kind of went through this really quick. But I really like it. People were like, oh, I only use it on special occasions because it's expensive. Well, I guess $42, however much it was. I guess that can be kind of expensive depending on your budget. Probably will repurchase it. And if I do repurchase it, I will probably use it more sparingly. But I feel like recently I just use it every day just as an everyday foundation. Back to the palette. I'm so excited for it. The only thing that's super annoying is that you can't get the palette, at least not that I know of. You can't get the palette other than on their website on the actual launch date, which sucks ass because you can't just go to the store and get it. If you guys feel like there is a way of getting it somewhere, let me know because that would be amazing. Because anytime I order my palettes from them, I always order them online. And it's kind of annoying because it's like when it comes out, you just want to get your grubby little hands on it and start messing with it. But I think they do it. Ooh. I think that they do it because they figure they make the most money on the actual launch date. So they probably want to do it on the website. Keep more like profits for themselves. But I think once it kind of dies down in like a week, then they let Sephora do it and everything. Which makes sense and is smart from like a business point. Because I'm pretty sure they have to split some kind of profit with them. I'm thinking of finding a Morphe store near me, which I have a feeling that the nearest Morphe store is in Miami, I feel. I have to look into it. And I really want to go. And I haven't ever been to an actual Morphe store just because nothing at Morphe really excites me, honestly. But now that Jeffree Star is in Morphe, that kind of encourages me to want to go and like test out the products and like mess around with stuff and touch everything and just kind of get all excited and giddy like a little kid. So I think I'm gonna look into where there's a Morphe store near here. I have a feeling that the closest one is gonna be in Miami. Nothing that they ever had ever excited me enough to want to go and find a Morphe store. And even if that was the case, they're in Ulta too, so it's not like I would go completely out of my way just to look for a Morphe store. So I'm gonna use Airspun today. I saw that Jeffree Star and what's his name? James Charles. I feel like I can never remember his name, and I feel like he's so prominent in the beauty community. But anyways, I saw that they have officially canceled out Givenchy from makeup. They're canceled the house, guys. Canceled the house because they just came out with a foundation that was, I think, 20 shades, and 19 and a half of them were all super, super light and not very color inclusive, which was ridiculous. It was like crazy ridiculous. Like literally every color that they put out was like exactly the same. I don't know what kind of foundation it's supposed to be, but it was only 20 colors and everyone was freaking out about it. And then Jackie Aina, she was upset because everybody kept telling her to speak on it, speak on it, speak on it, say something about it, say something. And I guess she posted something. I don't know if it was on Twitter or where she posted it, but I saw that she posted something and that it was like, why does everybody want me to speak on something that clearly isn't right? And then I heard people saying, you know, well, that's kind of her platform. She should speak on things like that. She's supposed to kind of, well, she's not supposed to, but people were saying, oh, well, when they think of Jackie Aina, they think of her being kind of like the people's advocate and her saying things that other people can say, but maybe doesn't get as much like attention. So I think they want her to kind of speak on something when something isn't right because they feel like people will listen to her. They were kind of upset about it, and they were saying, oh, well, you know, she doesn't want to talk about it. She doesn't want to talk about it. You know, it's kind of like she says the same thing about every single brand. So I get where she's like, why do I need to talk about something that everybody knows is not right? Like, why is it that I'm always the one who has to say something? And I get it. I think they just want to see bigger YouTubers, like Jeffree Star talked about it, James Charles talked about it. I'm pretty sure other brands talked about it. So I think overall that it's being talked about, but I think everybody wants to hear her talk about it because that's kind of like her platform. So yeah, so she's kind of like, oh, why do I need to talk about it if everybody knows it's already wrong and, you know, everybody's already talking about it, why should I talk about it too? So yeah, so everybody's talking about the Givenchy foundation and how nothing good is gonna come from it. People are still gonna review it. People are still gonna talk about it. People are still gonna, you know, they're gonna do it for the views. I don't even know how much that foundation is. It was like, I think it was like a Demi Dewy Matte foundation. It was like some weird name and it just sounded ridiculous. And I was like, how does that even make any sense? So I just kind of put a little tinted brow gel off of camera. So yeah, so everybody's talking about the Givenchy foundation and everybody's talking about the Riviera palette. And from what I heard, I don't know if this is true. I don't know if this is just kind of like, they're just kind of saying it to kind of get a little bit of attention around it, but I heard that Jeffree Star is coming out with a palette with Shane Dawson, which would be so crazy. I would so buy it, and I'm just like, is it true? Is it not true? I saw that Shane Dawson is traveling with Jeffree Star, and Jeffree Star posted something along the lines of like, part 2 of our next docuseries, or part 2 of what we have planned, or something like that. So him and Shane Dawson have something in the works. They did come out, well, they didn't, but he named a couple of the colors that he has in his alien collection. Was it his alien? Yeah, his alien collection. Named after stuff that happened in that docuseries, which was like, get off the property, triggered. So he named some of the colors after some words that were widely used during the docuseries or whatever, which I loved that docuseries. It was so good. Like, ugh. I watched it like twice full through. I think I watched it like 2 times, maybe 2.5. All right, so I'm just going in with the L'Oreal True Blend in the color Not Cocaine, which is what I thought last time. Okay, so I called it Coqueen, but that was the French version of the name. The color is actually Barely Blushing. So that was my bad. Because I was like thinking about that after, and I was like, I don't ever remember that being the name of it. I'm pretty sure I would have noticed that before. But I guess I didn't. But that's because that's not, well, it is the name of it. It's just the French version of the name of it. So back to what I was talking about. Supposedly there's a Shane Dawson Jeffree Star palette coming out. I don't know if I believe it. If it comes out, that would be so, it would be so interesting to see what it would look like. There's still a couple palettes from him. I kind of want to collect his palettes, but I feel like I wish they were kind of like the Anastasia palettes, where they're very consistent. You know what they're going to look like. You know what to expect. You know the price and everything. I feel like every single one of his palettes is a different price, and they look a little different. So they don't look as good if you're a collector. From a collector's point of view for me, because I like to be able to display what I have and display it like uniformly, in like a very uniform way. But I feel like being able to display his are kind of hard, like especially like even the Blood Sugar palette. Like I love it. I think it's so cute, but I can't stand it up straight because on the bottom it has those buckles and it doesn't really stand up too straight, and it like triggers me. Well, it doesn't trigger me, but it's just mostly annoying. So yeah, so I have to keep it laid down for the most part, and it takes up so much space, and I feel like I haven't really been using it lately, so it's like kind of just collecting. You know what, I'm gonna use it today. So I'm gonna use this today. But yeah, so it has the buckles on the bottom, so you can't really stand it up. It stands up straight, but it tips over and it's kind of annoying and blah 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 blah. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's like the queen or king, or just like knows his shit when it comes to packaging. So I can't blame him for it. All right, so I'm gonna do something simple, nothing too crazy. I'm gonna go in with I'm gonna do Sugarcane all over the lid. I want to get the Alien palette because I love aliens in general, and aliens, they're coming to Earth before too long, guys. So let me not fall down that rabbit hole because I feel like that's gonna be intense. All right, so that was Sugarcane all over the lid. I'm gonna go in with Cake Mix. Some of the colors, like, oh, I hate that. Some of the colors don't really show well on my skin. I mean, they show, but they're not the best. But this is Cake Mix. Just a little bit in the crease. This is Cake Mix, a little bit in the crease. I was talking all this crap about my eyes are watering. My eyes keep watering. I don't know what to do. My eyes keep watering. And then I'm doing videos and my eyes don't water anymore. It's so crazy. And this is just Tongue Pop. I'm just going to do... Oh my god, and as soon as I say that, my eyes starting to get all watery. Alright, so this is Tongue Pop. I'm kind of putting that right underneath the crease and then all over the lid. Just a cute little soft baby pink version moment here. I think that's all I want to do for that. Honestly, I kind of like it. I kind of like a nice soft look every once in a while. Should I add a little brown? No, I'm gonna keep it there. I kind of like where that is. I add some candy floss. That is the worst place for a swatch. But here I have foundation. Candy floss, no. Let me leave it there. I'm gonna go under the lash line with Cake Mix, Sugar Cane, and Tongue Pop. I'm just gonna go right under the lash line. You probably won't be able to tell much, but I feel like it'll kind of bring it together-ish. Like, as you can tell, my eye is watering, so now, like, this is starting to crease. All right, so I kind of just drag that right under here. I'm gonna leave it there. I kind of like that little soft moment. Maybe I'll go in with a little bit of what is this called? Watermelon soda. Yeah, watermelon soda. I got a lot of compliments on that last time I wore it. All right, let me curl my lashes. I've been doing really good with videos, guys. I feel like I have been recording a lot. I have like 3 or 4 pre-recorded videos, and I'm excited. I don't know. I was thinking about posting them like back to back to back to back, but I feel like that might be a bit much. People might be like, what the hell? You're not that interesting. All right, so let me put on some mascara. Let me put on some mascara primer, which is just this little Estee Lauder primer. This probably does nothing. Well, I noticed that when I put it on, it's easier for me to get my my mascara off at night. But I feel like you have to apply you can't just do like one and one and then do it. You kind of have to do that and then go right in with the mascara, because I feel like when that dries, it's supposed to stick to the primer more so than your lashes. I need to go in and buy a new one of these. I feel like I'm just running low on my daily makeup, like my everyday makeup. I feel like I'm running low on some of those. I just love this wand because it's so small. I don't know if it's focusing. It's just so small, so plain, so simple. And I saw, God, who came out with that mascara? I saw a freaking commercial for it and it looked absolutely ridiculous. It was a mascara and you could bend the tip of it. I don't know. It's just so dramatic. It's like, and that's what makes me so mad sometimes about makeup. It's like, I get it. You want to be like different and you want to be revolutionary and, you know, change up the game and shake up the game and all that. But it's like, at the same time, don't fix what ain't broke. Everybody remember that stupid 100 layers of whatever. I saw one where this lady put on like 100 layers of mascara. Can you imagine how many makeup wipes she had to go through? Like by the end of it, she looked so crazy. I felt so bad for her. I'm gonna go in with some watermelon soda. Oh, it smells so good. All right, so that is watermelon soda. Yeah, 2 coats, I get like full opacity. I think it's pretty cute. I probably should have did a little lip scrub beforehand. If I knew I was using this, I would have put on some chapstick. Kind of let that moisturize a little bit before I went in with that. All right, so that is it for today's look. Very simple, very cute, very virginal. But I kind of like it. I did the eye look literally in 10 seconds. So yeah, so that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys had a good time. Check out my other videos and I will catch you guys on the next one. And I'm so sorry Joe was not in the background. He'll make it up to you guys next time. I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.